let me start off with Mr. Ayegbene. What do you think about these figures? Do you see this reform and bring a positive light on businesses, or it is a disadvantage to businesses? Your thoughts on this?
The result is scary. When you look at it, you see the number, the balance side, the giant company that are making losses.
Okay.
But we are happy that these losses can be traced. We know what is causing the losses in the market. It's basically the exchange rate. That is fundamentally what changed in the last couple of months. That the new government came in, the exchange, the floating of naira, it caused a lot of distortion. And here those figures are coming. But what we are happy about, the reform that we follow, the reform being worked out by the government, is we create a positive, there's light at the end of the tunnel. That's what we are saying. The immediate future is bright, because the reform that is the trigger, it will be better than what we have now. Though it's bad for now, but we are expecting something great in the immediate future.
This policy has been welcomed by the business community, and a lot of people are applauding the presidency for this development. Now, with what we're seeing now, we're seeing the losses that this company are recording at this moment. Do you see these losses continuing even to the second the second half of the year? And if it does, what will be the outcome of companies that are bleeding at this point in time in our nation's macroeconomic situation? Your thoughts on this?
Very clear. These losses will continue the remaining half of the year. It's obvious. Now, again, like my colleague have just said, we can trace where these losses are coming from.
Yeah, good.
We are seeing the impacts on this company, and everybody is aware. Whether the economic managers or handlers of the president, you know, they just came out and made this announcement, people have said it wasn't thought through. I will not agree 100%.
Okay.
Yes. Certain policies are difficult to implement. And for this government, one of the objectives that they had in terms of floating the naira, look at this simple example. Some person who have access to CBN, you collect at government rates, and you now go to the black market, parallel market, and you sell without doing anything. So with this unification, yes, you're allowing it to float. Normally in the stock market, we will say, okay, let's have a market maker.
CBS will be the market maker here.
But why would CBS be the market maker now? They have to have this dollar.
Yes, once they push it in.
They push it in to kind of stabilize it. Yes. So I think, yes, this effect will be on in the short to medium term. But like my colleague said, in the long run, in the long term, we are seeing light in the lights, you know, after the darkness. And then these companies too should also now begin to reappraise their operation. Like Ambrose always say, what's left with backward integration? So that you don't begin to import all your inputs. We are not saying overnight they should just create that backward integration and get all their inputs in the country. It has to be a gradual process. But you should have that kind of policy, because I love backward integration. Because it does not make you to depend on another person for your supplies. If you have that enabling environment, take Nigerian bread, for example. How would they pay for this advert? The raw material they use, maybe sorghum or whatever. If they can cultivate hectares of land of it, I'm sure they're already doing that, then there'll be no need to import some of these raw material. They get it here. So again, that will be improving the economy of Nigeria, empowering farmers, the locals in that area, and of course, they will get their raw material locally without thinking of importation. So I think it's a very hard policy, very difficult, but it's a pill that we just have to swallow moving forward when it comes to our economic prosperity and growth.
All right, Ambrose, let me come to you now. What measures should the CBN be putting in place to fill up the shocks and this lacuna that this policy has created in the foreign exchange market?
Actually, no, there's no already made answer for this. For CBN, they need to make provision, but we need to improve our earnings first. You know, are we earning dollars? Are we earning hard currency? Because if you look at the report that came yesterday, that even our oil production has started doing again.
Yes,
and also we are seeing that oil price in international market has even crossed 87 above. If we are producing a meeting, that will help us to attract more hard currency into our economy. That also helps CBN to manage. But when I say CBN didn't thought of it, I said it on one of the program that they need to sit down and know that when you float such thing, because there's already a private market before now that have been existing for years, you can't overcome them in just a matter of floating. They have way of overflowing the market, putting the market in this kind of situation. What you should do, you have set up a short-term medium that you know how to come to the market gradually to make sure that all these people that are now posting a negative number, we know that it's just the valuation they have done, and most of them have loans they are borrowed from their parent country abroad. For most of the things, you have to throw them to red. But also, because anywhere in the world, if an investor, you don't go and invest and sleep. You don't go invest and go out and sleep. Now I see that the trend, the government you are investing is changing. The what we call portfolio shuffling, not only for fixed income and equity market. In the same equity market, we have seen that we can do what we call sectoral rotation. Knowing that there are some sectors that you see that the government policy as we speak now, immediately is not favoring them. It's not because you love social sector or individual company they want to marry them. They are not women that will marry. What you do, you kind of withdraw your portfolio gradually and move to where it's your opportunity. If also start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, come to my colleague on the other side, they will not come back to this stock. For me, there is no we can't run away from the market because we are seeing something. It's for you now to rebalance your portfolio and go in the line that yes, where I see that we are seeing government policy favoring sectors. Like I said, the service sectors in Nigeria are being favored by the policy. That means you need to look that way because those guys, they are not importing anything to say apart from the MTN and the Airtel that also, because you know that these are capital intensive. But look at other service sector. Banking is smiling, insurance is smiling, those in aviation is smiling. You know, there are other companies that look at what we call recap result. Look at the service sector, financial related. They haven't been well.
Still on this conversation, I want to get the thought of Mr. Kofi on this now. What is your assessment of Nigerian non-oil export sector? Are we really doing enough to boost that sector so that we can get more earnings from dollars? Your thoughts on this?
I have heard all what my colleagues say.
Oh, great, sir.
But may I differ with them.
Okay.
You see, when we have dual exchange rate, we have stability. Why should we have a single exchange and without stability? The reason is very obvious. We have a wide gap, which the central bank have to address that gap. You cannot have outstanding 3 billion demand, and yet you just exchange rate and expect stability. I believe that the CBN need to do something. We all know it, and it is a common knowledge to all the economics. When you have this gap, meet up that gap. I expect CBN should approach World Bank or IMF. They can give them this money at 1 or 2 or 3% rate per annum. Take it, meet up your wide gap so that you stabilize exchange rate. And once you stabilize the exchange rate, you will see the exchange rate will be stable. Because the gradual increase we are getting from the foreign exchange will meet up the gradual demand by the market. So the exchange rate will stabilize, and that will attract more foreign investors.